Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the official players draft of US Masters T10 Season 2. I'm Anant Tyagi, and it gives me immense pleasure to host you all tonight from this custom-built studio in Mumbai. US Masters T10 is part of the T10 global expansion for cricket's fastest format. Before we begin, may I please request you all to stand up for the national anthem of United States of America. Absolutely beautiful start to the evening, isn't it? What a year it has been for the T10 League and for the US Masters T10. Now, the inaugural season took place in Fort Lauderdale last year and had players like Gautam Gambhir, Robin Uthappa, Chris Gale, Harbhajan Singh, Shahid Afridi, and the Pathan brothers taking part. And they all gave the viewers a tournament to truly remember. Season 2 promises no less as we eagerly await the start of US Masters T10 that is scheduled from 8th of November to the 17th of November in Houston, USA. On behalf of US Masters T10, we'd like to thank the USA Cricket Board for their support. Before we move ahead, let's play some visuals from the inaugural season of US Masters T10. And what a season one it proved to be. It went right down to the wire to a super over, no less, and eventually Texas Chargers were crowned the inaugural champions. Now, draft room to Houston, very exciting times ahead. Our journey has well and truly begun. I'd like to introduce the teams landing in Houston in alphabetical order. First up is Atlanta Riders, led by the owner, Mr. Hassan Tariq. Next, we have California Bolts and the owner, Mr. Rohit Bhatta and Mr. Sanjay Sharma. On to the next team, it's Chicago Players, owned by Mr. Vishal Patel. Moving on, we have the Falcons, the Detroit Falcons to be precise, and this team is being led by their owner, Mr. Jay Hooda. Next up, we have Morrisville Unity, and we see Mr. Sneh Patel, owner of the team. And last, but certainly not the least, we have Mr. Kamran Awan, owner of New York Warriors, representing the city that never sleeps. A warm welcome to all of you, gentlemen. I would now like to call upon the gentleman who needs no formal introduction to the world of cricket and the business community. His idea of 90-minute cricket, bringing it on par with other international sports, has become a sensation. Now I call upon the man himself, Nawab Shaji-ul Mulk, to speak a few words.
Good day, America and rest of the world. I'm here to welcome you all to the Season 2 Players Draft of the US Masters T10. The US Masters T10 launched last year as our one of the first global expansions. Was extremely impactful for the cricket audience. And then it's particularly pleasing that in the first year itself, we hit something like 86 million viewership. And compared to the journey of the T10, that number has given us an extreme encouragement that we are on to something very big for the US cricket. And particularly after the World Cup in the US and the performance of the US cricket team in the World Cup, pulling off some stunning wins. And I think the US as a cricketing market for the fast-paced 90 minutes cricket is absolutely ready. And as you can see from our journey of the T10 around the world, now we are in different countries. The US Masters in US, the Lanka T10, the Afro T10, the Abu Dhabi T10, and next year we hope to launch and start the India Masters T10. So that journey of being global and being involved with the US market is something we're all looking forward to. And I'd like to welcome to our US team owners, the Atlanta Riders, led by the owner Hassan Tariq, California Bulls, Rohit Bhatta and his team, Chicago Players by Vishal Patel, Detroit Falcons by Joy Hunt, Morrisville Unity, Sneh Patel, and Kamran Owen, owner of New York Warriors. And the US Masters T10, I would like to also thank Ritesh Patel and his wonderful team for managing and organizing very impactfully the season 2 of the US Masters T10. They have been a tremendous support to us and wish all of you the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mulk, for sharing your insights and vision. Now I would like to introduce Mr. Ritesh Patel, founder and chairman of Sump Group, partner in US Masters T10, and owner of Sump Army cricket franchises across the world. A man that strives for cricket and is renowned in the business community. Let us now play his video message.
Good evening, everyone. This is Ritesh Patel, chairman and founder of Sump Group. Guys, today we are here for USA Masters Season 2 draft. We have had phenomenal Season 1 and now we are moving toward our next season, Season 2. I would like to give congratulations to all the teams today and also wish you best luck for the draft. Guys, let's select the best team and let's fight hard. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Ritesh Patel, for that video message. The inaugural season of US Masters T10 was extravagant to say the least, and Season 2 promises to be bigger and brighter. You will know why I say this as I read out the team rosters. First up, we have the Atlanta Riders. Nurul Hassan Sohan, you'll see at the top of that list, a wicketkeeper batter who's represented Bangladesh in all formats, even brings some captaincy experience at the international level. Second on that list is Shoaib Malik, star batter for Pakistan for years. Also brings a lot of leadership experience, 230 runs in his 9 T10 matches so far, at an average of 46 and a strike rate of 200. Take that. Ravi Bopara from England, you can see on that graphic as well. English medium-pace bowling all-rounder who was a key figure in the England white ball setup in his prime. Samit Patel, the English batter and left-arm orthodox bowler, was the first English player to do the double of 250 wickets and 5,000 runs in T20 cricket. Mohammad Irfan, or should we say the very, very tall Mohammad Irfan, one of the tallest players in the world on the cricket field. He's gained a reputation in the T10 format after having a fruitful international cricket career. Hamad Azam is also there, Pakistan-born right-handed batter and right-arm fast bowler who will return to US Masters 2024 after playing for Atlanta Riders last season. So some continuity in there as well. We move on to the California Bulls, and I'd like to begin with James Neesham, the icon player. This is the first time Neesham will feature in the US Masters T10 tournament, but fans of T10 would have seen him in the Abu Dhabi T10 before this. Liam Plunkett's in there, their platinum player, a World Cup winner, of course, has good T10 experience and was part of the US Masters T10 last season with the New Jersey franchise. Colin de Grandhomme is their global superstar. The Zimbabwean-born Kiwi cricket player has been a key all-rounder for New Zealand for many, many years. Shehan Jayasuriya features in that list. Since his retirement from international cricket, he's been playing in cricket leagues around the world, but more significantly, he moved to the US as well. It's almost a local player now. Bipul Sharma features in that list as an all-rounder who bats left-handed and bowls left-arm orthodox. IPL fans would obviously remember him from his days at Hyderabad. Lahiru Milantha is in there. The Sri Lankan-born American wicketkeeper batter plays for the Silicon Valley Strikers in minor league cricket. So again, somebody very familiar with the USA cricket circuit. We move on to the Chicago players now. You'll see at the top of that list, Parthiv Patel, who made his test debut versus England in 2002 as a 17-year-old. Won the IPL with Mumbai and Chennai. Has been playing in the Legends League circuit, while he's also featured in the US Masters T10 League last year as well. Suresh Raina, also known as Mr. IPL, after his legendary career at Chennai. He's a World Cup winner, regular in the Legends circuit, and played in Season 1 of US Masters T10. So welcome back to Parthiv Patel and to Suresh Raina. There's also Isuru Udana from Sri Lanka, who's an experienced bowling all-rounder known for his impact performances, as we saw in the last Lanka Premier League, most recently featured at the Max 60 Caribbean event. There's Gurkirat Singh Maan, a very handy batting all-rounder from India who represented the country in ODIs. Gurkirat has also been to play a T10 tournament, so he's ready for a T10 debut with the Chicago players. Next up, we have Anureet Singh, who can bowl some superb swing and also has a fantastic power play record, as we saw with the Kings 11 franchise for Punjab in the IPL. Now he's retired and a regular in the Legends circuit. There's the big man, Kenna Lewis, a big hitting opener from Jamaica who can also double up as a wicketkeeper. Will be playing his second T10 competition of the year after playing for New York Strikers at the Max 60 Caribbean event. We move on now to the Detroit Falcons. On top of that list, you'll see Thisara Pereira, veteran all-rounder from Sri Lanka who retired from international cricket in 2021. He strikes at 169 and has taken 16 wickets in his T10 career so far. David Malan is in there, a World Cup winner, of course. In his prime days before retiring, Malan also held the spot for the #1 T20 international batter in the world, has a fair amount of T10 experience playing the Abu Dhabi T10 League. Then the batter of the inaugural season, that's Aaron Finch, a World Cup winning captain for Australia, leading scorer in the 2023 US Masters T10 with 236 runs at a strike rate of, wait for it, 203 from 9 matches. Riyad Emrit features there, a former West Indies seamer who made his particularly impressive debut in the shortest formats through his array of slow bowling variations. Emrit is the 4th leading wicket taker in CPL history with 96 scalps, moving from Atlanta Riders this season to play for Detroit Falcons. There's also Abdur Razak, a former Bangladesh left-arm spinner who's taken more than 250 international wickets, and Angelo Pereira, who of late has been featuring in tournaments like the BPL, LPL, and also the Legends League circuit, and has also spent a lot of time in the US of A, in the minor league cricket and the American Premier League. We move on now to the Morrisville Unity side. Harbhajan Singh, known as the Turbinator, or Bhaji as he's more famously called amongst Indian cricket fans. Post his retirement, Bhaji Pa, as he's called, has been doing commentary but also takes part in franchisee leagues whenever possible to be in the game at all times. He's still getting into the T10 format, but beware, he's got multiple tricks up his sleeves. Ashley Nurse features there, former West Indian off-spinning all-rounder who's known for his economical bowling, a powerful hitter as well down the order, and a valuable addition to the Morrisville Unity squad. There's Chadwick Walton, a great wicketkeeper from West Indies who contributes with both bat and gloves in hand, and an aggressive batter at that. There's Shannon Gabriel, who can be lethal with the new ball, and he can swing the ball both ways at a decent pace as well. Post-retirement, he's taken a liking to the T10 format and has been a vital cog in whichever team he's found himself in. Obus Pienaar, the South African batter, has been a run machine in various tournaments he's taken part around the globe. He started his T10 career on an absolute high and made a blazing start to it with a strike rate of more than 200 in the previous edition of US Masters. And then from India, we have Saurabh Tiwari. Truckload of domestic experience and can be very calm under pressure. And that's Saurabh for you, but he's also the perfect balance of power, hitting and timing in his game and can be very pleasing to watch. Last but not the least, the New York Warriors, led by Misbah-ul Haq, stellar former Pakistan captain, needs no introduction to fans across the world. There's DJ Bravo, Dwayne Bravo, or the champion, one of the greatest all-rounders the shortest formats of T20 and T10 have ever witnessed. Sean Marsh is in there. Marsh has already played a couple of Legends League tournaments this year, but he will be trying out the T10 format for the first time. There's Kamran Akmal. He was a key member of the Pakistan side for a long period of time, amassing more than 7,000 runs across formats. Kamran was part of the US Masters T10 League last year as well, scoring 148 runs from 9 outings. Then there's bowler of last season, Sohail Khan. You'd remember him well if you followed the inaugural season. Played a massive role in taking that cliffhanger of a final to the Super Over. And then there's Umaid Asif, who had a fine 2023 US Masters T10 League with 10 scalps from 9 matches to end up as the second leading wicket taker of the competition behind his countryman, Sohail Khan. So wow, some over there. Time to get down to business as the teams look to complete their squads and get into action. More than 500 players, that's right, more than 500 players from 25 nations had registered for this year's draft, shows the phenomenal interest for the league. Now let's move on as there's plenty of work to be done for the teams to put their squads together. First, let's take everyone through a few rules of the draft so we're all clear from the get-go. Now, each squad will have a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 17 players, and I'll just get to it in a second. Each team will draft at least 9 players tonight. That's right, the number 9 is significant. I'd like to remind everyone, out of the 17, each team has already pre-signed 6 players each that we saw a few moments ago. During this draft, each team must pick a player in each of those rounds unless they have already pre-signed, in which case they will have to skip that pick. There are a total of 2 Category A rounds, and each team will just have 60 seconds to confirm their player. That's for Category A. But what happens with Category B? Each team gets 90 seconds or 1.5 minutes to pick their player. Now, Category C gets a little more interesting. So does the optional round, or should we say the optional rounds, because each team will now have 2 minutes or 120 seconds to select their player. A team that does not make a pick within the allotted time frame will only be allowed to pick a player at the end of the round unless there is a technical problem. Now, without further ado, let's begin the 2024 US Masters T10 draft. I wish all the teams very good luck. Right then, so I hope everybody's very clear with the rules. I'll jump straight to the first round, which belongs to Category A players. So time to put your thinking caps on, gentlemen, and time to start signing some more players, apart from the 6 pre-signed players already. Now, interestingly, the first pick in this round is with the Chicago players. So can I please request Chicago players to follow the timer very strictly of 60 seconds, because your 60 seconds, Chicago, start now. The Chicago players have already got their icon Parthiv Patel, their platinum player in Isuru Udana. They've also got a global superstar in Suresh Raina, or Mr. IPL. They've got Gurkirat Singh Mann, Anureet Singh, so a very heavy Indian flavor, which is never a bad thing for cricket fans. There's so many of the Indian fans across the world. Less than 30 seconds now, Chicago. And there's also the big man, Kenna Lewis, already in their ranks. That's the 6 pre-signed players. The timer has stopped, which means Chicago have a decision for us.
Okay, so I'm going to pick number 1126. It's Pawan Negi.
Pawan Negi, you're going for the left-arm orthodox bowler. That's the gentleman you are looking for. Look at that for experience as well. 119 matches is what Pawan Negi has managed in terms of his experience of T20 cricket. 803 runs, but it's really the 96 wickets that I'm sure Chicago are after. So congratulations to Pawan Negi and to Chicago on the first signing of this draft ahead of Season 2. Right, moving on to the New York Warriors then. New York Warriors, you have the second pick and your 60 seconds start now. Team from the Empire State have got Misbah-ul Haq Services as their icon player. They've got Sean Marsh as their platinum player. They've got Dwayne Bravo as their global superstar. He's already announced his CPL retirement, and now I know what he wants to do. Play more T10 cricket. And that's good news for all of us. There's Kamran Akmal, there's Sohail Khan, the hero from last final, and I see the timer has stopped, which means New York have a decision. Okay, can I hear it from you, sir? New York? I can see Mohammad Hafiz popping up on the big screen. You're getting a player of the tournament. I'm sure you're happier than you look at the moment. Congratulations to New York Warriors and Mohammad Hafiz, the right-handed batter, a right-arm off-spinner, former Pakistani captain as well. Look at that experience in just T10 cricket, a strike rate of 191.67. And let's not forget his contribution in last season's grand finale, which was a huge platform through which the Texas side went on to win the inaugural edition of US Masters T10. So congratulations to Hafiz and to New York. Can I also please request everybody to just mute their microphones if you're not the pick in the round?
बस हुने देख करना जल्दी में आधे घंटे जो है
Can I please request everybody to just mute their microphones so we can hear the owners clearly? Okay, thank you. And congratulations once again to New York Warriors and to Mohammad Hafiz. The second pick officially done in Category A. We're still sticking to that category. We've still got 60 seconds on the clock. And Detroit Falcons, love the logo behind you, sir, by the way. The 60 seconds start now. Detroit Falcons boosted by the presence of Thisara Pereira, their icon player. Aaron Finch, their global superstar, the top run getter from the previous edition, Abdul Razak. And now they have another player in mind. Let's see it pop up on the big screen. Yep, Dinesh Ramdeen is the player you're looking for. Can I hear it in your voice as well? So we're clear. It's your first signing of the draft.
Yes, sir. Dinesh Ramdeen.
Wonderful. Congratulations to Dinesh Ramdeen. No stranger now to T10 cricket as well, apart from all that he's done for West Indian cricket over the years. 12 matches and counting, and would be loving the fact that he gets an opportunity now with a side that he'll call home in the Detroit Falcons. All right, we move on from the pick number 3 to pick number 5, incidentally, because pick number 4 was with Morrisville Unity, but they've already made a selection of Obus PNR in this round. So California Bolts are up next. That'll be pick number 5 for a Category A player in this first round of the draft. Your 60 seconds, California, start now. Bolts have got James Neesham. They've got Liam Plunkett, Colin de Grandhomme, and they've got another player in mind.
Yeah, we got it. Munaf Patel.
Munaf Patel, the fast man from India. He's been moving around the legend circuit for a while now. In T10 cricket, he's played 11 matches, got 8 wickets. And now he will be part of the Bowles family. Congratulations to Munaf Patel and to California Bowles on their first selection of this US Masters T10 draft ahead of Season 2. All right, from Munaf Patel and California, we move to Atlanta Riders, who've got the 6th pick. They'll have the first pick very shortly as well. But for now, 60 seconds on the clock, Atlanta, for you. Okay, I can see that the timer stopped, which means Atlanta are looking to add 2 players apart from Nurul Hassan Sohan and Ravi Bopara and Shoaib Malik. Who's your selection, sir?
Ricardo Powell from West Indies.
That's a proper throwback and a half, especially for people like us who are Indian cricket fans. He could do some serious damage, and I'm sure he'll be looking to do that in the T10 format. Right-handed batter. Can bowl some handy right-arm off-spin as well. You never know. 9 T10 matches so far. That strike rate looks exactly what you can expect from somebody like Ricardo Powell. And congratulations to both parties, especially Atlanta Riders, on their first signing of this US Masters T10 draft. All right, we'll keep the pace on then. Wonderful stuff, gentlemen. We'll move on to the second round of this draft. We're still sticking with Category A players. This time, the first pick was with Atlanta Riders, but they've already made a selection, or should we say a pre-signing of Samit Patel. So we can move on to the next pick of this round, and that's with the Chicago players. So can I please request Chicago to follow the 60 seconds on the clock? Your time starts now. Chicago players have got Parthiv, Suresh, Udana, Kenal Lewis, Anureet Singh. They've also now got Pawan Negi's services, who they picked in the first round of Category A players. They're taking their time with this one.
Okay, I'm ready. So I'm going to pick 1202 Kevin O'Brien.
I love it. I love the fact that you give his number as well. But I'll tell you what, he can rake up some serious numbers in T10 cricket. Kevin O'Brien, I mean, that World Cup still looms large in our memory when he did what he did to England with that swashbuckling century. But yeah, this is a reminder. This is the T10 format, which means you've got the license from the get-go. I'll just wait for a confirmation from the technical committee for the fact that you've indeed got the player. Just to add a bit of drama and some tension to the fact that you've indeed signed Kevin O'Brien from Ireland. So the word I have is from the technical committee that you'll have to select it on the dashboard.
Yep, it's already. I already selected.
You've selected? Okay.
1202 Kevin O'Brien.
Okay, just give me a moment. We'll get you a confirmation. If it reflects on the system for the team at the back end. He'd been drafted by Chicago players. Congratulations to Kevin and to Chicago. From the Windy City, we now move to California Bulls, who've got the third pick in the second round of the US Masters T10 draft. California Bulls, your 60 seconds are about to start just about now. California Bulls posting the likes of Jimmy Neesham and Liam Plunkett and Colin de Grandhomme, their global superstar. They've also added Munaf Patel in their previous round. Who have they got up their sleeve now? You've got someone.
Yeah, we got Martin Guptill.
Martin Guptill. What a handy operator to have. All the way from New Zealand. Look at that T20 experience. Just 347 matches. 347 T20 matches, more than 9,000 runs, and he can get them at a fair clip as well. We'll remember him for the MS Dhoni run out the Indian cricket fans, but we'll forget about that when he starts playing in the T10 once again. But congratulations to Martin Guptill and to California on that signing. All right, moving on from Martin Guptill and California to the Detroit Falcons, who are up next in this round. Detroit, your 60 seconds are on the clock. They've already selected Dinesh Ramdeen in the previous round. Somebody will understand the conditions much better, I feel, than a lot of these other international cricketers who are looking to make their bow in T10 cricket. Now who do they have? Timer stopped. They have a decision.
Mashrafi bin Murtaza.
Wonderful addition once again. A lot of people will just think of him as a fast bowler. He's also played in the IPL, by the way, but he can wield the willow quite seriously, as his T20 numbers would suggest. 190 matches for Mashrafi bin Murtaza, 170 wickets, yes, but he can also strike at a fair clip. His best bowling figures are 5 for 35, but guess what? Mashrafi Murtaza will now be playing the US Masters T10 with the side that he'll call home in the Detroit Falcons. Congratulations to both parties. Now, the next pick in this round was once again with Morrisville Unity, and they'd already signed Saurabh Tiwari. So we'll move on to pick number 6. Morrisville's actually been quite busy in the pre-signings for A-category players. Obers PNR done and dusted. Saurabh Tiwari done and dusted. So right, we'll move on from Mashrafi and Detroit to the 6th pick of round number 2, and that is with the New York Warriors. Aside from the Empire State, your 60 seconds begin now. New York Warriors taking their time with this one. It's interesting. Category A gets you 60 seconds. Category B will make that 90 seconds. When you get to Category C, you'll have 2 minutes. So as you look for that squad depth, you'll also have a little more time to choose, like they've already chosen now.
We have done, and we have picked Richard Gleason.
I heard the name Richard Gleason. I'll just wait for the technical committee to get us a green signal for you. Indeed, it's up on the wall, which means Richard Gleason's career, it will now be taken forward by a franchise that he'll call home in the New York Warriors. Congratulations to the right-handed batter and the right-arm pacer, most significantly, who's heading to New York. Congratulations. And with that, we come to the end of the first 2 rounds of this US Masters T10 draft. But it's now time to head over to Tanvi, who's got the owner and co-owner of Atlanta Riders, to say a few words to us, perhaps.
Hi guys, I'm going to first chat up with Mr. Hassan Tariq of the Atlanta Riders. Are you with us?
Hey.
Hi Hassan, how are you? How excited are you for the season 2 of the US Masters T10?
We're very excited. Can't wait to get started in Houston this year. Looking forward to this new group of players we got selected and retained, and looking forward to finish the draft. Hopefully, we get the players that we're targeting.
Well, you guys were also part of it last year. So what do you think you want to do different this time coming around?
Hopefully, weather plays better with us compared to last year. We had some weather issues. We lost some games. I mean, we missed some games, but Houston weather should be great. We're very familiar with that ground and with that area, so I think we'll have a little bit of home court advantage. And that's what we're looking forward to.
Absolutely. And have you also been part of like the number crunching and getting ready for the draft? Or do you have a full team that's actually supporting you?
No, we have full team globally. My partners are in Bangladesh, so they're also watching and helping us involved in this. Our coaches also, due to like date changes, there was some conflict, but I'm getting enough help. So it's not me. I have surrounding teams that are helping for this project.
Well, I guess all the help works. And if there's one player, or if you said that you could have retained, you wish from another team, who would that be?
Maybe Suresh Raina.
Well, hopefully you get that for the next season. But we're going to say goodbye and thank you to you for now. And good luck to the Atlanta Riders.
Thanks for having me.
Tanvi, thank you very much, and great to get the thoughts of the think tank, should we say, for these different franchises. And I'm sure as time goes along, we'll get to hear from the other camps as well. I know there are some faces hiding in behind those video screens, but I'll get to them in a minute. Maybe we'll get a chat with Oesh Shah and Mr. Nixon as well. I just got a glimpse of him a little while ago, but I'll move on swiftly towards Category B players, which takes us smoothly to round number 3. And I'd like to begin with New York Warriors, who've got the first pick in this category. Just a quick reminder that this time you don't have 60 seconds, you've got the luxury of 90 seconds. It's another 30 seconds added to your previous time limit for Category B players. And New York Warriors, off you go. Your 90 seconds are just about to start on the back wall now. We're looking at Category B players now. Category A, done and dusted. Mohammad Hafiz, signed by New York Warriors in the first round. In the second round, they've had another addition to their squad. And now they're looking for their third player of this US Masters T10 draft. Detroit Falcons, just a heads up for you. Mr. Oesh Shah and company, you're up next in this round. And then Atlanta Riders to follow. All right, not bad. I hear the timer stopped, which means New York have a decision. Can we hear that from you?
I think there is a one technical glitch because it's just not allowing me to select any player here.
Can I just request everybody to just log out and log back in once? Sometimes it does happen when we've just had a brief break. We had that, I'm sure the Bowls franchise know this very well, and so do the Sump Army group. If I can just request everybody to just log out, it should be available to you at the top right part of the dashboard that you're seeing, and just log back in, and the system should work fine.
And even refreshing will work, okay? They do not have to log out.
Yeah,
They will
okay.
refresh.
Perfect, sir. Great. So if you can just refresh that once, maybe that works.
I have no clue what happened, but I was trying to do the dunk.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, and
I'm sure you'll be able to
I
see.
don't know if it got selected or not.
Do you want to have a crack at it again after you log back in?
Okay, let's try.
Okay. I've heard you. No one's taking Ben Dunk away from you.
Okay, we're good, thanks.
Awesome. Great stuff. Okay. I'll just see the name pop up on the big screen. Ben Dunk is the player that New York Warriors are looking for as their Category B player. Just wait for a confirmation from the technical committee. Just so that we're in the green, that Ben Dunk is indeed heading to the Empire State. There you go. There's a confirmation of the left-handed batter, Ben Dunk. That T10 record tells you a lot about his ability. Shaji Bhai always reminds me, look at that strike rate of more than 200. And that's what Ben Dunk can do for you. Congratulations to New York. on signing your first Category B player in this draft, and that is Ben Dunk for you. Okay, moving on from New York Warriors to the Detroit Falcons next in Category B. We've got 90 seconds on the clock, Detroit. Over to you. Detroit have got Thisara Pereira. They've got Abdur Razak from Bangladesh. They've got Aaron Finch, the highest run getter of the US Masters T10 inaugural season. And they've got a quick decision in Category B. As always, sir, can you just announce the name of the player?
Tiku Parsana.
Sekuge Prasanna is the person you're looking for, the right-handed batter, but more significantly, the right-arm leg spinner. He's got some T10 experience, as you can see from those numbers just on the big wall behind me. And he'd be looking to add to that strike rate of 141 and look to pick up some handy wickets as well with the limited opportunities perhaps that you get in the T10 format. But that's the impact of the game, and that's the impact Sekuge Prasanna would look to add for the Falcons. All right, then the third pick of this third round is with the Atlanta Riders. So the team from A-Town, 90 seconds on the clock for you. Atlanta Riders looking to add to their squad that currently has Nurul Hassan Sohan as their icon player and Shoaib Malik as their global superstar. Who have they got now? All right, sir, can you just unmute yourself and announce the name, please?
We got Kevin Cooper.
Kevon Cooper. IPL fans would remember him well for his time with Rajasthan, if I remember correctly. Right-handed batter, of course, a right-arm pacer, can bowl that heavy ball, which is exactly what might be the need of the hour in T10. In terms of T20 matches, amazing experience, 164 games, and it's really the wickets the wickets column in which he'd be looking to make a lot of inroads. Wonderful stuff, Kevon Cooper, and congratulations as well to the franchise on picking him. All right, from Atlanta Riders, I now move on to Chicago players who've got the fourth pick in this round. 90 seconds to pick a Category B player, Chicago.
Okay, ready? I'm going to pick Ishwar Pandey.
Okay. If you can just select him on the dashboard so that we've got him on the big screen. Ishwar Pandey, the Indian you're looking for, the right-arm pacer. Look at that T20 experience of 71 matches, an economy that isn't too bad at all, 7.08 in T20. And I'm hoping that he does exactly the same for you, Chicago, when he takes to the US Masters T10. Fabulous stuff and quick thinking and very fast selection. Congratulations. Moving on from Chicago to California Bolts next, who got the fifth pick in this round number 3. 90 seconds on the clock for you. California Bolts have already made a selection for Munaf Patel and Martin Guptill. What a signing that could prove to be. And the timer stopped, which means the Bolts have somebody in mind.
Yeah, that's Manpreet Goni.
Manpreet Goni is the player that they've announced. I'll just wait for a green signal from the team at the back end, and there you go. Drafted indeed. Manpreet Goni, the right-handed batter, but more importantly, the right-arm pacer, who's got a lot of T20 experience, but has also been involved in a lot of Legends Leagues around the world, and now he gets a chance to ply his trade with the Bolts from California. Congratulations to both parties. From the Bolts, we move on to the Morrisville Unity side, who've got the sixth pick in this round number 3. 90-second Morrisville for you. Morrisville have already, well, they didn't need to sign Obus PNR and Saurabh Tiwari because they pre-signed them. Wonderful.
So we'll go with Roman Reis.
I didn't hear that very clearly, but I'll wait for the name to pop up on the screen since you've made the selection.
Surely.
Roman Reis is the left-arm pacer and the right-handed batter that you're looking for. 5 wickets in 8 matches in T10 already. No stranger to this format, Roman Reis, and now will be plying his trade with the Morrisville Unity side. Actually, congratulations to the Morrisville side on officially picking their first player of this draft. So congratulations to you and Mr. Patel, who I'm sure is watching and hearing this with a lot of interest.
I just want to chat with you quick now. Obviously, you guys own another team as well in one of the other T10 formats. How tough is it to come around in such a quick, short turn and then switch the players?
Yeah, it was yesterday we had a long draft and today, but we are ready. We did our homework and it's kind of exciting for us.
And again, I mean, when it comes to the format of T10, what really do you look into when you have to pick the right set of players? Because it is a pretty quick format. It is cricket's fastest format.
I think in the last couple of years, the game has changed into short version, and I think that's the best version for the fans. But from the cricketing point of view, I think even from the past cricketers, they are getting used to this fast version. So it'll be it's a fantastic tournament, and we are really looking forward for it.
It's going to be an absolute blast. And of course, super early days, but from all the teams that you've seen, all the retained players, which one do you think is pretty strong so far?
I think all the teams are, getting up pretty well. I don't think we can, isolate one team. And then, of course, a lot of rounds to go. At the moment, I would say all the teams are pretty balanced.
Well, Coach, if now you have to say something to your team and your squad, what's that going to be?
No, I think we just when it comes to the picking part, we had to balance it. We're going to see how the other rounds are coming up, just need to pick up the right players into right places. So that's what we are looking forward for the next few rounds.
Well, thanks for talking to us, Coach, and good luck to you guys today.
Thank you.
All right, next up, I have Mr. Vishal Patel of the Chicago Players.
Hey.
How are you, Mr. Patel? It's a new addition, your team. What made you be a part of the inaugural season for you guys, but season 2 of the US Masters T10?
It's a really good format, T10. I've been watching cricket, T20s and everything. I've been going all over watching T10 tournaments, and I'm really, I really want to have a team in the US Masters T10, and I actually got that team, and I'm really happy for it.
Well, I'm sure you've watched a bit of the first season. What did you take from that, and what do you want your team to bring this season?
First thing, I would definitely want the championship. I would say that, But let's see, when the tournament starts, we'll see how, what we are doing it, how we progress in the tournaments, We'll go team by, we'll go by game by game and see where we at on that.
Well, I'm sure all the teams won that championship and are going to be fighting really hard. And the one player that you wish you could have retained from all the other squads that you saw so far?
I would go with my own player, Suresh Raina. That was the main player that I was looking for. So.
Well, yeah, good one for you, because the others are gunning for him, but you have him, so congratulations and good luck for the draft today.
Right then, from category B, we move on to round 4, which is the same category, but this time, instead of New York Warriors, the first pick lies with the Bolts from California. So California, 90 seconds on the clock, as you know the rules. Over to you. California have already been busy signing some Category B players. They've already got the services of Bipul Sharma, who I introduced to you a little while ago, with his left-arm spin, and somebody I'm sure fans of the Hyderabad franchise in the IPL would well remember. Loves to bowl with his shades on, I remember that. But that's in the next round, where they'll have to skip their turn. For now, they've got a selection in mind for the first pick of this round number 4.
Yeah, it's Shabadullah Sinwari. Yeah.
Okay, let's just wait for the Afghan to pop up on the big screen. There you go. There's the confirmation of the fact that Sami, don't forget his leg spin, can certainly do a thing or two in the T10 format, as his 13 matches tell us. Good strike rate, and we're looking to add some more wickets to his tally. But congratulations to Samiullah Shinwari and California Bulls on the first signing of this round, number 4. From California to Morrisville Unity once again. And your 90 seconds, Morrisville, are on the big wall. Ruman Reis is the player they signed in the previous round. Category B is what we're looking at. Category A is done. There will be a few optional rounds towards the end of this draft. Okay, we got a decision from Morrisville. Let's hear that, shall we?
Yep. Anwar Ali.
Anwar Ali, what a valuable addition he could prove to be. A right-arm pacer, a right-handed batter. In the T10 format, he's already garnered the experience of 19 matches. And look at that strike rate, as I often remind you. The moment it crosses anything around the 200 mark, he can be absolutely lethal. But do not miss the half a dozen wickets that he's also picked up, which means Morrisville Unity could very well do with his services, and that's exactly what they've done by drafting him. Congratulations to Anwar Ali and to Morrisville. I'll move on to New York Warriors, the third pick in this round, number 4. Warriors, 90 seconds, over to you. Just a quick reminder, Detroit Falcons are up next, and followed by the Atlanta Riders, and we'll close the round with the Chicago players. 90 seconds for all of you. We're looking at New York Warriors currently. Already signed Ben Dunk in terms of their Category B players. Now they're looking for their second Category B player in this round. Also got Sohail Khan, by the way, also a Category B player. What about that second last over of the grand finale last time? Right then, who have New York Warriors got?
Sohail Tanvir.
Sohail Tanvir? If I've heard the name correctly, I'll just wait for him to pop up on the big screen. That's a nice little coincidence. I mean, there were two bowlers who were bowling the super over last time around, both Sohails. Sohail Khan's already in the franchise. Sohail Tanvir has been added to the ranks. And that's a great little story to tell, perhaps, for the first game that you guys will be involved in. So brilliant stuff. From New York Warriors, I move to the Detroit Falcons, who are up next in this round. So 90 seconds for the Detroit Falcons. Coming up shortly. As soon as you see the clock, off you go, sir. Okay, I can see you have a decision in mind.
Chaturanga de Silva.
Brilliant stuff, sir. Thank you for announcing it. I'd like to hear your voice more often. That's why I was just waiting to create that anticipation for Chaturanga de Silva, the left-handed batter, left-arm orthodox option, of course. A handy all-rounder to have, as you can see, with the wealth of experience he has in T20 cricket. I'm sure he will do exactly the same and more when it comes to the T10 format in the United States of America. I'm just going to pause there for a moment. If I can get the attention of Ovesh Shah, who you've got as your head coach. If he can just bring himself on. I just had a question or two, perhaps, to ask him for this draft process that goes ahead.
How are you?
I'm good. I was waiting for a reaction from you at some stage. Good to hear you once again. OS and I were busy covering the India versus England series not too long ago, but great to see you back coaching OS. Obviously, you've done this for a while now, but your anticipation, your expectation, OS.
Well, it's not going to be any different to the other T10 tournament. This product has been amazing, right? It's you can see it all over the world. Abu Dhabi T10 has been outstanding, has been going on for years. And now it's great news that, the legends are going to try their luck for the second time running at the shortest format. I think that mentioned the extravaganza is the word. I'm really looking forward to it. And can't wait to see all the fireworks, albeit for just 60 deliveries.
I know you call UAE your home. You've also had a stint in Sri Lanka. How's this experience going to be different for you? I know you've also got some big hitters in Dawid Malan and Aaron Finch in your ranks.
Yeah, we have. We've got some really explosive batsmen, and we're just trying to make sure we balance it with, of course, some of the bowlers, because bowling will come under fire in this tournament. So we've got to get plenty of selection, plenty of variety, so that our captain has got options under pressure, which is what's going to be, it's going to be very obvious in 60 deliveries. So, yeah, look, we're just looking forward to the tournament. I think just partnering up with Jay, the owner, we're looking forward to putting up a good front and hopefully walk away with the trophy.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I always love a hint of prediction, as you know me well, OS. Thank you so much for your time. I'll let you get busy with the rest of the rounds. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Okay, from Detroit Falcons and OS Shah, having made their pick successfully in this round, we'll move on to the Atlanta Riders, who've got the 5th pick in this round, number 4. Atlanta Riders, if I've got your attention, your 90 seconds to pick a Category B player. It's up on the big wall, and they start now. Atlanta Riders signed Kevon Cooper in their previous round. Mr. Hassan Tariq and Mr. Ishaq Sadiq, the co-owner. Just trying to get their head around the big list in front of them. Category B. This is where life gets a bit interesting. 90 seconds ticking away. I think they have a decision. They're trying to speak to me. Oh no, that's just internal chatter. Okay. Give them more time. Okay, the timer stopped. Brilliant. I think they have a decision for us. All right, sir. Who have you got?
We got Amrul Islam Rabbi, the fast bowler from Bangladesh.
I can't say I'm surprised by that decision at all, because what a valuable addition he could prove to be. There you go, up on the big screen, Kamrul Islam Rabi, the right-handed batter, yes, but as the owners just pointed out, a right-arm pacer. He'll be looking to add to his T10 experience of a half a dozen matches right now. And congratulations once again to both parties. Right then, from Atlanta Riders, we move on to Chicago players. So Chaturanga De Silva done. We've got a Bangladeshi added to the ranks. And now Chicago players, 90 seconds on the clock for you. Chicago players have already got the services of Ishwar Pandey amongst Category B players. The next round and the round after that are again for Category B players. I can see
All right, so I'm going to pick Jesse Ryder.
The man from New Zealand is the person you're looking for. A lethal top order batter he can prove to be. And he's got a new home, and it's called the Chicago Players. Congratulations once again to both parties, in particular to Jesse Ryder. Can't wait for the action to unfold in Houston as he looks to add to his 8 matches and the 93 runs that he scored already in this format. Brilliant stuff with Chicago Players picking Jesse Ryder. We've come to the end of round number 4. I'll swiftly move on to round number 5 without further ado. We're looking at Category B at the moment, which means you have 90 seconds. And I'd like to begin with Morrisville Unity for this 5th round of the draft. Morrisville Unity, 90 seconds on the clock to pick another Category B player. Atlanta Riders up next, by the way. California and New York and Detroit have already made their selections in this round, so they can have a sip of coffee, perhaps. I'll jump straight to Chicago players. But for now, we're waiting for Morrisville Unity to select another player, having already drafted in Anwar Ali in their previous round and Ruman Reis. Okay, we have a decision from Morrisville.
We are picking Upul Taranga.
Upul Taranga is the left-handed opening batter, or should we say a top-order batter that Morrisville Unity are looking for. And indeed, I can confirm that he has been drafted by your side. 17 T10 matches, that's quite vital. It's a slightly different format. It is the fastest format of the game, and Upul Taranga could be vital to the cause of Morrisville Unity in Season 2 in Houston. Okay, time for the second pick in this 5th round of our draft. From Upul Taranga and Morrisville, I'd like to move to A-Town boys, Atlanta Riders, who are up next, and so are the 90 seconds on the wall. Atlanta Riders signed Ricardo Powell, Kevon Cooper, Kamrul Islam Rabi, and now they have another player in mind. The timer stopped.
We've selected Arafat Sani.
just so that I'm sure I've heard that correctly, Arafat Sunny is the one you're looking for, the left-handed batter. More importantly, the left-arm orthodox bowler. Wealth of T20 experience, as you can see, reflecting in those 150 matches, 143 wickets to boot. And look at that beautiful economy. Under 7. We'll take that any day or night in the T20 format. Now, what can he do in T10? We'll find out shortly in a few weeks' time. Right then, from Atlanta Riders, I would have loved to move on to California Bulls, but they've been busy pre-signing players, and they've signed Vipul Sharma already in this round, which means we'll skip them. We would have loved to hear from New York Warriors, but they already got the services of the hero of the last grand finale, that's Sohail Khan, the highest wicket taker. So New York don't have to make a selection. Detroit Falcons can rest easy as well because they've got Riyad Emrit in this round already, which means I'll head straight to Chicago players who've got the final pick in this round number 5. Chicago, your 90 seconds are on the big wall just behind me, and they start now. Chicago signed the big-hitting Jesse Ryder in the previous round. They've also got the services of the fast bowler Ishwar Pandey. Who have they got in mind now? They've also signed Anureet Singh, who would have featured in the next round, but they've pre-signed him, so they can rest easy in the next round and focus straight on Category C players from here on. But first...
Okay, I'm ready, so I'm going to go with William Perkins.
Okay, I've heard the name correctly. I'll just wait for him to pop up on the big screen. He is good to go to allow Chicago to sign William Perkins, the right-handed wicket-keeper batter. 57 T20 matches, lots of runs, a decent average, and we'll be looking to up that ante in terms of his strike rate, especially given the fact that he's just got 10 overs to express himself freely. Right then, from William Perkins and the signing by Chicago players, we move on to the next round. Now, this is going to be a very easy round. In round number 6, we're still looking at Category B players. California Bulls have already selected the Sri Lankan Lahiru Milantha. Atlanta Riders have already selected Hamad Azam. Chicago players have already made the selection of Anureet Singh. Umaid Asif has already been drafted in by New York Warriors, and Detroit Falcons have already signed the Sri Lankan Angelo Pereira, which means the only side that needs to pick in this round is Morrisville Unity. So, Mr. Patel, I'm looking at you. 90 seconds, no pressure. You're the lone warrior in this round. Off you go, sir. Morrisville secured the services of Upul Tharanga in their previous round. They kept quiet through that the first couple of rounds, and then they got busy in this round 3, 4, and 5. They've also got another player in Ruman Rais, and who have they got now to complete Category B? So if you can just unmute yourself and announce the name.
Sure, it's Chandrapal Hemraj.
Hemraj Chandrapal is the left-handed batter and the left-arm orthodox bowler that you're looking for. Not bad for T10 experience, 14 matches. Early days, yes, but 157 runs is always good news. And that strike rate is not bad at all, inching closer to 200 than 150. Wonderful stuff. Congratulations to Chandrapal Hemraj and to Morrisville Unity. And with that, we come to the end of Category B. There'll also be a few optional rounds to pick Category A and B players if you so wish, after Category C is done. But before we head to Category C, let's head across to Tanvi, who's got a few special guests with her.
Here he is. Hello, Ritesh Bhai. How are you?
Hey Tanvi, how are you?
Good, good, good. What an exciting time. It's the second season of the US Masters T10. Tell us a little bit about the first season and now coming to another one, a first really successful season.
Yeah, you know, first season was a phenomenally success season. As we seen that almost 90 million viewers. That's one of the great achievement. The way and also the way cricket developing in the USA. This is really good platform for lots of cricket in the USA. So we're really looking forward. Same as this year. This year we are doing a tournament in Houston. So weather-wise, we know that it's way better, like no rain. We're really hoping for that, and Other than that, great selection of player, pre-sign of player from every team. So we're really looking forward to have a very healthy competition this year. And I know last year we missed some games due to rain. This year, hopefully we are not, and we will have proper full tournament, and everyone will enjoy, because this is a full power pack tournament anyways, which everyone like to enjoy. So really hoping and wishing every team a best luck from now, to have a best squad, and I know every team going for the winning anyways. So guys, let's have a best tournament, and thank you, Tanvi, again every time you're the best.
Thank you, Mr. Ritesh Patel. I mean, you've said everything already. And thank you once again for the US Masters T10. Wishing you another successful season. It's going to be an absolute blast. Thank you once again. With me is Mr. Fayaz Ali, Senior Management T10 Global. Now, Fayaz, we started with Abu Dhabi T10, and now we have 4 of them. How incredible is that?
It's been a very incredible journey, I would say, from the start of T10. It started off in Sharjah in 2017, so we've come a very long way through. I would say after 6 very successful seasons of holding Abu Dhabi T10 across, and then T10 where it initially started in Sharjah. So we've obviously gone global last year with Zim Afro T10, that was first on the leg. That was under the patronage of the Zimbabwe Cricket Board, a full member ICC board. And then secondly, we had the US Masters T10 on the leg. And then finally, we finished off with Abu Dhabi T10 last year. And this year, we're looking at 4 tournaments with the inaugural season of Lanka T10 that is scheduled from the 12th of December to the 22nd of December. And before that, we've got the Abu Dhabi T10 from the 21st November to the 2nd December. And today, we are sitting here for the draft of the US Masters T10, which is beginning in November. And then immediately, we've got Zim Afro T10 from the 21st September to the 29th of September. So yeah, there's a lot happening this year. And hopefully next year, we'll be finalizing dates for Indian Masters T10 as well. So we'll be looking at 5 leagues next year. Yeah.
There is a lot happening. I don't think I could keep up. How do you, with all the travel, all the different time zones? Must be a really big team trying to put up a successful event week after week, almost.
Oh, absolutely. I believe it's all about the team. We've got a very strong core team, and then we've obviously got the boards supporting us. I would obviously like to thank the Zimbabwe Cricket Board, the Sri Lankan Cricket Board, and our partners in the US Masters. And last but not the least, of course, Abu Dhabi Cricket and Sports Hub for the entire support, and the Abu Dhabi government entities, Department of Culture and Tourism, and the Abu Dhabi Sports Council for being continually there with us throughout. So I would say it's all about the team end of the day, because we've got a very strong team. Then it makes it possible to bring it out across these different time zones.
And now talking about what we're here for today, the US Masters T10 Season 2. What are your plans for the US Masters? What are your plans for the Indian Masters happening next year?
I would say on the US Masters front, this is going to be the 2nd season, being held in Houston, which is a different city from last year where we held it in Fort Lauderdale. Last year was a massive success in terms of viewership. We had about 89.6 million viewers globally. So this year we'll be announcing all the broadcasters shortly. The primary broadcaster for USA, Willow TV, is being confirmed for North America. But the others, the big ones, including India, will be announced. That we've got a lot of works already underway to make US Masters bigger and, I would say, brighter than last year.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us. Indeed, very exciting times ahead.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fayaz.
Thank you, Tanvi. Thanks.
Right, gentlemen, welcome back. That was the end of Category B. Let's do a quick recap of the squads before moving to Category C. And in alphabetical order, I'll start with Atlanta Riders and the players that they managed to pick up so far. So quick look for you to just see on the screen who they've got in their ranks so far. Got Ricardo Powell, they've got Samit Patel, they've got Kevon Cooper, they've got Kamrul Rabi, Arafat Sani, Hamad Azam, Nurul Hassan Sohan, who they'd pre-signed as an icon player. They got Ravi Bopara, Mohammad Irfan, and Shoaib Malik, their global superstar. Right, we move on to the California Bolts. California Bolts already had the services of their icon player, Jimmy Neesham, Liam Plunkett, their platinum player, their global superstar, and Colin de Grandhomme, Shehan Jayasuriya, Bipul Sharma, and Lahiru Milantha. Now they've added Munaf Patel, Martin Guptill, Manpreet Goni, and Samiullah Shinwari amongst the Category B players. Right, from California Bulls, we move on to the Chicago players. Chicago had Parthiv Patel as their icon player, Suresh Raina as their global superstar, Isuru Udana, their platinum category player. In Category A, they signed Pawan Negi and Kevin O'Brien. And in Category A, they've also pre-signed Gurkirat Singh Mann. Ishwar Pandey, Jesse Ryder, and William Perkins joined them in Category B, along with Anureet Singh, who they pre-signed, along with Kenna Lewis, who's also been pre-signed amongst Category C players. From Chicago players, we move on to Detroit Falcons. Detroit Falcons have their icon player in Thisara Pereira. They've got their platinum player in Abdur Razak. They've got their global superstar, Aaron Finch. Now they've also added the services of Dinesh Ramdeen and Mashrafi Mortaza amongst A category players to join David Milan, who they pre-signed. Sekuge Prasanna, their B category player, along with Chaturanga De Silva. And they also signed pre-signed two B category players in Riyad Emrit and Angelo Pereira. From Detroit Falcons, we move to Morrisville Unity, who already had the services of icon player Harbhajan Singh. Their platinum player is Chadwick Walton. Their global superstar is Ashley Nurse from the West Indies. Amongst A category players, they managed to pre-sign 3 players. That was Obus PNR, Saurabh Tiwari, and Shannon Gabriel. Now they've got B category players added to their ranks in Ruman Rais, Anwar Ali, Upul Taranga, and Chandrapal Hemraj. From Morrisville Unity, we move to New York Warriors. New York Warriors had already pre-signed Misbah-ul Haq as their icon player, pre-signed Dwayne Bravo as their global superstar, pre-signed their platinum category player in Sean Marsh, pre-signed an A category player in Kamran Akmal, and also pre-signed B category players Sohail Khan and Umaid Asif. Now, they managed to sign 2 A category players in Mohammad Hafiz and Richard Gleason. They've also signed 2 B category players in Ben Dunk and Sohail Tanveer. Right then, good picks, everyone. Time now to move on to Category C. For Category C, I'd like to remind all the teams who are in action that you have 2 minutes to make your picks, so 120 seconds. So I'm going to begin with Detroit Falcons, who have the first pick in what is round 7 of this draft. But we're looking at Category C now. So 2 minutes on the wall. Detroit Falcons, you're going first. Chicago players are up next. Unity third. The Warriors are fourth. Riders fifth. And Bulls from California have the final pick in this first round of Category C players. We have a decision. That's quick. That's why breaks help.
MD Ariful Haq.
Ariful Haq with his right arm pace and more significantly his right hand batting. 115 runs. And that strike rate is not too bad at all, but he can also pick up some wickets, as you can see, with a dozen wickets already in T20 cricket. Can he replicate that form in T10? We'll find out in Houston very shortly. Congratulations to Detroit on signing your first C category player. We move on to Chicago players up next to pick their first C category player in this draft. 2 minutes on the clock. Players, over to you. The last signing was William Perkins. That was a while ago. They've had a bit of a breather. Time to go again.
Okay, I'm going to go with Shubham Ranjani.
Okay, I'll wait for him to pop up on the big screen so we are sure that that's the player you're looking for. Shubham Ranjane is what you announced. And indeed, a man with 34 T20 matches and counting will be looking to add to his 19 wickets, although he'll be playing in half of those overs in the T10 game as he gets ready for a trip to Houston with the Chicago players. Congratulations to Shubham and to Chicago. Right, from Chicago, we move on to Morrisville Unity. Morrisville Unity were the only side to pick in the previous round. Now they've got a chance to add a Category C player in the next 2 minutes. Warriors up next. Just a heads up for all of you. Then the Riders, then the Bulls. Interesting times for Detroit. They've got the first pick in 2 consecutive rounds. For now, waiting for Morrisville Unity to make their selection.
It's Mukhtar Ahmed.
Mukhtar Ahmed is the person you're looking for, the right-handed batter, who's already garnered some T10 experience. 173 runs in 11 matches is not bad at all, but that strike rate is what really increases the hope of fans who'll be watching him with a lot of anticipation. Mukhtar Ahmed is heading to the Unity side. Congratulations. Right, we move on from Morrisville Unity to the Warriors of New York. 2 minutes on the clock to pick your first C category player in this draft. New York had already signed Umaid Asif in their B category players and Sohail Khan. They've also been quiet for a while. I'm sure the coach, Paul Nixon, has a trick or two up his sleeve as we get deeper and deeper into this draft process. The former Leicestershire and England wicketkeeper batter with almost 15,000 first-class runs.
We have picked Hassan Khan from USA.
Okay, I can hear that name. I'll just wait for the confirmation to come up on the big screen. There you go. Hassan Khan is the gentleman you're looking for. 69 T20 matches, an average that's not bad at all. And look at that economy rate of under 7.5. You'll take that any day. What can he do in T10 cricket? We'll find out shortly as he gets ready for a trip to Houston with the New York Warriors. Congratulations to both parties. We'll move on from the Warriors, and now we get to the Atlanta Riders once again. 5th pick and their first pick for Category C in the next 2 minutes, please. Next up are the Bolts from California. Right, that's a quick decision, and we'll take that any day.
We have selected Benny Howell.
Benny Howell is the gentleman you're looking for, the right-handed batter, the right-arm pacer. Plenty of wickets already in T10 cricket. That's a good sign. Loves some experience, and that's exactly what you're getting with Benny Howell. Can confirm that that draft is complete. So Atlanta Riders, well done with that one. I'm going to look towards California Bolts now. From Benny Howell and Atlanta Riders, we move on to California for the next 2 minutes. Category C, 2 minutes on the clock for every side now. We'll have 5 picks in this round, unless a team has already pre-signed a player. And I can see the only side that's done that is Chicago players with Kenna Lewis. But that'll come much later. For now, we have a decision from the Bolts.
John Ross.
Thanks, Coach. That's the one you're looking for. John Ross Jagisar, right-handed batter, a right-arm off-spinner. 17 wickets in 22 T20 matches. And will be looking to help this side with his frugal economy, 7.73 in T20. But what can he do in cricket's fastest format? Well, time will tell. Congratulations for now to California Bolts and to John Ross. Right then, we move on to the next round. That's round number 8. The first pick is with Detroit Falcons. Scratch that. With Detroit Falcons once again. 2 minutes on the clock for you. Signed the services of Ariful Haq in the previous round. They had the first pick in the previous round as well. Can they make it count in this round? Morrisville Unity up next. We're in Category C. A and B done, but there will be 2 optional rounds to pick more Category A and B players if you so wish. Taking their time with this one, Detroit. Okay, the timer stopped. That means Detroit have a decision for us.
Louis McManus.
Louis McManus is the right-handed wicketkeeper batter that you're looking for. 102 T20 matches, almost 1,000 runs, and would be looking to beef up the ranks of Detroit Falcons now in US Masters T10. Congratulations to Louis. Congratulations to the Falcons. From Detroit Falcons, we move to Morrisville Unity once again. Mr. Patel, your 2 minutes are on the wall. Louis McManus, the first player signed in this round. That's round number 8. 3 more rounds to go for Category C. Every team looking for more squad depth. 15 the minimum, 17 the maximum. Morrisville Unity, looking to give some company to Mukhtar Ahmed. They've got a decision.
It's Jaskaran Malhotra.
Jaskaran Malhotra is the player that you're looking for. Let's just wait for a confirmation to pop up on the big screen. Jaskaran Malhotra, the right-handed wicketkeeper batter. That's where life gets interesting with a couple of wicketkeeper batter options to have, and Jaskaran certainly provides that. Morrisville Unity and Jaskaran, congratulations to you. From Morrisville, we move to California Bowls once again, and I'd request you to follow the timer on the wall. 2 minutes. Off you go, sir. Atlanta Riders up next in this round. Players to follow, and New York Warriors to finish things off in this round. For now, it's the Bowls. Lewis McManus and Jaskaran Malhotra signed so far. Bowls have a decision for us.
It's Devendra Bishu.
Devendra Bishu, that's a familiar name for a lot of cricket fans across the world. Right, the left-arm wrist spinner and a left-handed batter. I'd say a right-arm wrist spinner and a batter, but 6 matches in T10 so far. The average isn't too bad at all, and we're looking to add to his 4 wickets so far with the California Bowls now. So congratulations to Bishu and to California. Right then, we move on from California to Atlanta Riders, who are up next. 2 minutes on the clock, Atlanta, for you to pick another Category C player, please. Atlanta Riders have got the services of Nurul Hassan Sohan as their icon player. Shoaib Malik, the global superstar. And they've got another Category C player in mind. I'd love to hear that from you, sir.
Oh, we got Ilyas Sani.
Ilyas Sani, okay. Left-handed batter, left-arm orthodox option as well. If you followed Bangladesh cricket, you know him very well. 6 matches in T10 so far, and would be looking to add to his experience and certainly help the side that's called Atlanta Riders in Season 2 of the US Masters T10. Congratulations to both parties, as we always say. From Atlanta Riders, we move on to Chicago players who are up next in this round. Chicago, your 2 minutes are on the wall. Warriors up next from New York. We're on Category C. 2 minutes to pick a Category C player in every round. Mandatory picks these. It's not an option, it's a necessity. Chicago looking to give some company to Shubham Ranjane, who they picked in the previous round.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm going to pick Jason Karia.
Okay, I'm just making sure I've heard that correctly. I wait for the name to pop up on the big screen here next to me. Jaisal Karia is the right-handed batter and the right-arm off-spinner that you're looking for. 30 T20 matches, 28 wickets most significantly, and that's exactly the quality that Chicago are looking to get to their squad, and they've got him now with Jaisal being drafted by the players. Category C, we move on to New York Warriors in this round number 8. Warriors, the 2 minutes will be up on this wall shortly. There you go, and they start now. The final pick of round number 8, Samiullah Shinwari, Anwar Ali, Sohail Tanveer, who was signed in Category B. But in Category C, we've had Lewis McManus, Jaskaran Malhotra, Devendra Bishu, Ilyas Sani signed so far, along with the previous selection by Chicago players of Jaisal Karia. Roughly 90 seconds to go for New York Warriors. Plenty of time to pick another Category C player to give some company to Hassan Khan, who they signed in their previous round. Side from the Empire State, New York. Taking their time with this one, Misbah-ul Haq, their icon player. Dwayne Bravo, their global superstar. They've also got a wicketkeeper batter with plenty of experience in Kamran Akmal. And Sean Marsh, their platinum player. Sohail Khan, the hero of the last final. Will be bitterly disappointed with the result of that final. We're looking to turn things around for the New York Warriors this time. And now he's got Sohail Tanveer for company. And for now, who's giving them company? Let's find out.
Pick Manoj Tiwari.
Manoj Tiwari is the gentleman you're looking for from India, a right-handed batter. Wow, plenty of domestic experience, of course. Somebody who's no stranger to Indian cricket and Indian cricket fans. It's the right-arm leg spin that Paul Nixon, I think, is trying to point out to me. And there you go. 3,000 plus runs, 34 wickets. Watch out for him in T10. You never know. Manoj Tiwari has still got enough fuel in the tank. For now, he's headed to New York Warriors. Congratulations to New York and to Manoj Tiwari, true stalwart of Indian cricket. Let's head across to Tanvi, who's got a few special guests with her.
Thank you, Anant. And I'm going to chat with Mr. Patel. I've seen you smile on and off. Safe to say it's going well for you guys?
Yes, most certainly. We're getting whoever we decided.
I lost you. Can you please say that again?
I was just saying that, yeah, it is going well. So far, so good. We have picked everyone who we decided to pick on, so pretty good.
Awesome. I've always wondered, what's it like being a team owner? Pretty cool.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
But what's the experience like? I'm sure there's a lot of hours that go in, there's a lot of hard work that goes in, and people obviously don't really get to see what happens behind the scenes.
Yep, most certainly. It has been a lot of work, definitely put behind the scenes. So, yeah, we have been working tediously over the past few weeks to put the team together. Yeah.
And what would you see from last season to this season that should be different for you guys?
We're trying to get a more balanced team. A team will play hard, and we're aiming to win. Last year we were in the eliminator, so this year at least hoping to make it to the finals.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and good luck to you guys.
Sure. Thank you, Tanvi.
Thank you. All right, last I have the New York Warriors, Mr. Kamran Avan, the owner. How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. I feel like you guys started with 4 people. Now we're down to 2. Where have the others gone?
Others have taken the break before category C comes in.
I was like, it's a pretty strong think tank. And who's playing what role here, if I may ask?
So pretty much we're just sharing and we are discussing the matters internally in the back. So we have Ibad, we have myself, Kamran, we have Gurmeet, and we have another gentleman who likes to hide from camera, this man Bajwa. So we discuss what next move should be, and then we have another set of team who's helping us, Nidhi Patel. She's not in the room, but she's obviously joined. And then with the analyst and our coach, Paul Nixon. So we're just basically helping each other, build a nice team if we can.
Well, teamwork does make the dream work for sure. Now, when you guys are picking, do you really go based on the numbers or reputation?
It's a combination. Basically, the past records and the history and obviously fitness and a couple of other factors altogether.
And what are you most looking forward to in this season 2 of the US Masters T10?
I mean, honestly, we need to lift the cup. That's what we're aiming for. We need to. That's what we're shooting for.
All right, you guys look, you're on a mission. I'm going to let you guys continue that. Thank you so much for talking to us.
We move on to round number 9. We're still on category C, and we still got 120 seconds on the clock. This time, I'd like to begin, as I finished the previous round, with New York Warriors. Get 2 back-to-back picks. So who's joining Manoj Tiwari? We'll find out in the next 2 minutes. Riders up next, followed by the players. Mohammad Hafiz, Richard Gleeson, Ben Dunk, Sohail Tanveer, Hassan Khan added to their ranks in this draft already. Manoj Tiwari, their previous pick. The timers stop, which means they've got a decision. New York Warriors, category C, round number 9.
Yeah, we pick Ulmuk Chand.
Ulmuk Chand, okay. Obviously no stranger to American cricket anymore. Once upon a time, we called him one of our own. We'll give him to you, no problem. Right-handed batter, a wicket-keeping option as well. Somebody who's got a lot of experience, obviously playing a lot of domestic cricket, but more significantly, more than 1,700 runs in T20 cricket, and a very familiar face in the US of A now. Ulmuk Chand is now a Warrior in New York. Brilliant stuff. Congratulations on those two back-to-back signings. Two Indians as well, Manoj Tiwari and Unmukh Chand. Now we head to Atlanta Riders in round number 9. They have the second pick, and they've got 2 minutes to do it. I can see the Riders have a decision. Who's joining Elias Sunny? Let's hear it from them.
We picked Hamilton Masakadja.
I heard the name Hamilton Masakadza. Hamilton Masakadza, the right-handed opening batter or top-order batter. He's already got some T10 experience, as you can see from those numbers. 8 matches in counting. I'd love to do what he does with that strike rate of 150 plus. Wonderful addition to the squad of the Atlanta Riders. Congratulations to Hamilton and to the Riders. We move on to the Chicago players next. Chicago players, your 2 minutes to pick another Category C player. Start now. 2 more rounds to go for Category C in this one. Chicago players don't have to worry about the last round. They've already got Kenna Lewis in there. But for now, they've got to pick 2 more Category C players, the first of which is coming up shortly. California Bolts up next, followed by Morrisville Unity and Detroit Falcons. Chicago players already got the services of Jaisal Karia and Shubham Ranjane, the side from the Windy City, as it's called, Chicago.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm going to pick Abhimanyu Mithun.
Abhimanyu Mithun, no stranger to T10 anymore. Look at those 24 matches that he's already got the experience of, 14 wickets, and that's what he can do with his right arm pace. And Abhimanyu Mithun is now heading to Houston with the Chicago side for the second season of US Masters T10. So congratulations, another Indian signing, and this time it's Abhimanyu Mithun. From Chicago to the other sea, that's California. California Bolts are up next in this round number 9. 2 minutes for the Bolts, up on the big wall next to me. California Bolts got the services of Devendra Bishu in the previous round. They've also signed John Ross Jagasa in the first round of Category C players. I can see they have a decision, and that's great to hear.
Chris Benjamin.
Okay, I'll wait for him to pop up on the big screen. There he is now, Chris Benjamin, the right-handed wicketkeeper batter, 68 T20 matches. And be looking to score runs at a fair clip and do the glove work nicely and safely for the California Bolts, and that's where he's headed. Congratulations to both parties once again. From California Bolts, we head to Morrisville Unity, who are up next in this round number 9. Your 2 minutes on the clock start now. Jaskaran Malhotra, already added to their roster by Morrisville Unity, as is the case with Mukhtar Ahmed, looking for their third Category C player in about 90 seconds. Chris Benjamin, the previous player signed in this round by California Bolts. Detroit Falcons up next. Morrisville Unity, who already got the likes of Harbhajan Singh and Chadwick Walton and Ashley Nurse and Obus PNR, who had a fantastic inaugural season of US Masters T10, and Saurabh Tiwari and Shannon Gabriel. Also added a very handy top-order batter in Upul Tharanga. Who have they got now?
We have got Naveen Stewart.
Naveen Stewart is a right-handed batter and the right-arm pace bowling option who picked up 5 wickets in 7 T10 matches already, and now will be looking to do the same in US Masters T10 season number 2 for the Unity side from Morrisville. Congratulations to Naveen Stewart and to Morrisville. I'll move on to the last pick of round number 9, and that's with the Falcons. From Naveen Stewart and Morrisville, we go to the Falcons, who got 2 minutes on the clock. Morrisville, don't go too far away. You're the first pick in the next round. For now, the Falcons looking to pick up their third Category C player to give some company to Lewis McManus and Ariful Haq. The Falcons, who are already boosted by the presence of Thisara Pereira and the spin of Abdur Razak, the ability to bat like Aaron Finch or David Malan. Right then, we have a decision for the Falcons.
Imran Khan.
Okay. We'll wait for him to pop up on the big screen. Once the technical committee has given us a green signal, we know that the player that you're looking for is drafted. There's a bit of drama to this. I'll give it some time. Imran Khan, that's the player you're looking for, sir? You got him. Right-handed batter, right-arm leg spinner more significantly, 31 wickets in 39 T20 matches and counting. Look at that economy rate of 6.3. If we can do that in T10, Detroit Falcons could have a brilliant season ahead of them. Right then, that brings us to the end of round number 9. Congratulations to Imran Khan and to the Falcons. I'll move on to round number 10. And the first pick this time is with Morrisville Unity. Once again, 120 seconds for you to pick another Category C player. Morrisville Unity, first up in round number 10. And they have another decision. Brilliant. That was quick.
We're going to go with Carmi LaRue.
Carmi LaRue is the player that they're looking for to join the likes of Naveen Stewart, who they picked in the previous round, a right-handed batter, but a left-arm pacer. And in the T20 format, we know what he can deliver from those numbers. And now he'll be looking to do the same for Morrisville Unity in the US Masters T10. Congratulations to Carmi and to the Unity side. We move on from Morrisville to California Bolts, who are up next in this round. California Bolts, who managed to sign Chris Benjamin in the previous round. Who can they add in the next 2 minutes? Let's find out. Chicago players up next, followed by Atlanta Riders and the Falcons and the Warriors. For now, the Bolts. Okay, they have a decision. Great stuff, sir.
Yes, Mayak Telan.
I'm just making sure I've heard that correctly. I'll wait for the name to pop up on the big screen. Along with his numbers, Mayank Telan is the right-arm off-spinner and the right-handed batter you're looking for. And now we'll be looking to bolster the ranks of California Bolts is Mayank Telan. Wonderful stuff. Congratulations to both parties. We'll move on from California Bolts to the players from Chicago who are up next in this round number 10. Things moving swiftly along. 2 minutes on the clock, Chicago, for you to pick another Category C player. Atlanta Riders up next. For now, Chicago players who've got Parthiv Patel, their icon player, and Suresh Raina, their global superstar. It's good company to have in the dressing room. Isuru Udana is in there. So is Gurkirat Singh Mann, no stranger to Legends cricket anymore. Ever since he retired from Indian cricket.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to pick Shapur Jadwan.
Shapur Zadran from Afghanistan is the gentleman you're looking for, the left-handed batter. Possibly also a left-arm pace option, but in T10, already played 8 matches, picked up a couple of wickets. After Shapur Zadran and Chicago players, we move on to Atlanta Riders, who are up next in this round. And 2 minutes on the clock, Atlanta, for you. Detroit Falcons up next, followed by the Warriors from New York. Shoaib Malik, their global superstar. Atlanta Riders. Mohammad Irfan, the tall fast bowler from Pakistan's in there. Who's joining them? Find out.
Yeah, we pick Rajdeep Darbar.
Rajdeep Darbar, the right-handed wicketkeeper batter, is the option you are going for. 18 T20 matches so far. What can he do in T10? We'll find out as the riders head to Houston. Congratulations to Rajdeep and to the riders. From Atlanta Riders, I'd now like to take Detroit Falcons and give them 2 minutes to pick their next player. Warriors up next in this round. This is round number 10. We're still on category C. Got another round to go for category C. Okay, we got a decision from the Falcons. Just to make sure I can hear you correctly.
Syed Russell.
Syed Russell, the left-handed batter, left-arm pacer, 17 T20 matches. What can he do for the Falcons? We'll find out in some time from now. Congratulations to Syed Russell and the Detroit Falcons. We move on to New York Warriors, who are next up in this round number 10. To finish things off, 2 minutes on the clock. New York Warriors going last in round number 10 and going first in the next round once again. Last time they went first, they got Unmukh Chand. Before that, when they went first, they got Ben Dunk. Who have they got now?
We have picked Chris Wood.
Chris Wood, okay. Just wait for the confirmation on the big screen for Chris Wood to finish things off in round number 10 for the New York Warriors. There you go, that's the confirmation that we were looking for. Drafted indeed is Chris Wood. Right-handed batter, left-arm pacer, 8 T10 matches already, so he's got some experience of this format. We're looking to bolster the ranks of the Warriors. Brilliant stuff. With that, we conclude round number 10. It's moving along nicely. I'll jump straight to round number 11. We're still on category C. We still got 120 seconds on the clock. And I'd like to begin exactly how I finished the previous round, with New York Warriors going up again with back-to-back picks. So 2 minutes, New York, for you to sign another player to give some company to your previous signing. New York Warriors, Unmukh Chand, Chris Wood already in their ranks. Manoj Tiwari is in there. And so is Hassan Khan. We're talking category C. Six pre-signed players. 5 mandatory picks in category C, 4 in category P, and 2 in category A, all done and dusted. Taking their time with this one, the Warriors. Fair enough, you got 2 back-to-back picks. Got a chance to take away from the other 5 teams, or should we say 4 teams, since Chicago won't get a go in this round. They've already signed Kenna Lewis. Right, the timer stopped, we have a decision.
We have confirmed with the Dixon, Sean Dixon.
Sean Dixon is the player you're looking for. And there you go, on the big screen. Sean Dixon, right-handed batter, right-arm pacer. I'm looking for some gestures from Paul Nixon to see exactly what he's looking for from Sean Dixon. In fact, why don't you just unmute yourself, Paul? Okay, yeah, batter. That's the capability. I'd like to hear from you as well. I mean, so far, obviously, your impressions of the draft so far, and how happy are you with the way business has been conducted?
Hi, sorry, I've got another phone on at the same time when we're speaking to our team.
Sure, no problem. I'll give you some time. But I'd love to hear from you, since you've been on the call waiting patiently and guiding the team rightly.
No, lovely. Great to be involved again. After a wonderful competition last year, great to see so many friendly faces back again. Some really good teams. I think everybody's picking very well. The standard of the competition is definitely getting higher, as a lot more good players finishing off their careers. So, yeah, we're delighted where we are. We've got a great balance. Yeah, we're really excited about it. And yeah, you know, we've got a terrific mix now. We're really happy. Obviously, trying to do a little bit of homework on the pitches as well. That's going to be really important for everyone. So, but just covering all bases is crucial.
I'm sorry I put you on the spot, but I'd like to just stretch my luck a little bit here with another couple of questions. The first one of them is about the experience and the wisdom in that dressing room, Paul, because you got Misbah ul Haq, you've obviously got Kamran Akmal, and you've got the champion, that's DJ Bravo. Just explain to us what this could mean for some of the younger players who are going to come through and play the T10 league in Houston not too long away from now.
Yeah, well, that's what it's about, isn't it? You know, you need, in big games, you need a balance of experience and youth. And we've got some calm heads from all corners of the globe, and that's really crucial. So all great people, all done so well. Hafiz, our first pick, obviously, been player of the tournament last year. He'll pick it up in no time. Bravo, he's got everything. He'll bring that West Indian vibe and energy to our team. And great leadership, captaincy experience as well with Misbah and him, and Hafiz. So Ben Dunk, class act over the last 12 months. So yeah, we're really, really positive. Thank you.
Good luck picking a captain. One last thing that I wanted to ask you, and it caught my eye when you picked Sohail Tanveer. Sohail Khan and Sohail Tanveer, the two gentlemen involved in that thrilling super over grand finale that we had last time around. Any thoughts of putting them together? Was that one of the reasons? Because they could do a job that very few people can around the world.
Well, they both got huge hearts, and they both want to do the job, and they both want to put their hand up and bowl the tough overs, and win games at the right time for your team. So those two are two great competitors, two serious warriors, and we're delighted we picked them both.
Wonderful. Great to have your thoughts with us, Paul, and I wish you all the best for the season to come. That's season number 2 of US Masters T10. Wonderful. Okay, we've heard from Paul. We've obviously seen Coach Dasanaike on this call, and we've also had Oes Shah chime in. I'll move on from New York Warriors, who've had a busy time of it, picking 2 back-to-back players. I'll move to Detroit Falcons up next in this round.
Sorry, that's a jump on. All good, all good.
Paul, can I just request you to mute yourself? Sorry.
We have 2 more picks, but those are options.
Okay. Detroit Falcons up next in this round number 11. And 2 minutes on the clock. Detroit, off you go, sir. Atlanta Riders up next in this round. Chicago can rest easy. They've picked Kenna Lewis already. California Bulls and Morrisville Unity to follow shortly. Detroit Falcons. Pereira and Razak and Finch and Malan and Emrit and Pereira. They've also got Mashrafi Mortaza. Some solid leadership experience in there for the Falcons. The timer stopped. I can see you have a decision, sir, for a Category C player. Just wait for him to pop up on the big screen. Something about Detroit and just adding a bit to the drama with the name taking its time to pop up on the big screen. That's okay as long as the drama also carries on to the cricket pitch. We'd like some thrillers, sir. Inamul Haq Jr. is the player you're looking for?
Yes, Inamul Haq Jr.
Wonderful. Left arm orthodox option, a right-handed batter as well. Enough T20 experience to suggest that he can translate that into T10 and galvanize the fortunes of the side that will be known as Detroit Falcons. Congratulations to both parties. I'll move on swiftly to Atlanta Riders from Inamul Haq and Detroit. Atlanta Riders, your 2 minutes are up on the wall. Just a quick reminder to California Bulls, who will be going up next, and not Chicago, who already picked a Category C player. I've said it a few times now. Riders, have a decision.
Yeah, we picked Amila Aponso.
I'm not sure if I've heard that correctly, but I'm sure once the name pops up on the big screen, I'll see you happy. Category C player. We're waiting for a decision.
Aponso.
Okay. Amila Aponso is the player.
Correct. Yes.
Wonderful stuff. Okay, the right-handed batter, the left-arm orthodox option more significantly. Look at those 57 wickets he's picked up in 49 T20 matches. And that economy, the frugal economy of under 6 in T20, valuable addition indeed. Amila Aponso is headed to the Riders from Atlanta. Now next up, should have been Chicago players. Kenna Lewis already pre-signed by them, so I'll move to California Bulls. 2 minutes on the clock to California. Start now. The next pick is with Morrisville Unity. Bolts taking their time with this one. That's totally understandable with the depth of the squad that you're looking for at this stage of the draft. 6 pre-signed players already by each team. Timer stopped. The drama is over. Time for a decision. For the Bolts. And the player they're looking for is?
Hussein Talat.
Brilliant stuff, sir. The left-handed batter, right-arm pace option. Huge amount of T20 experience already. More than 3,000 runs. And look at that, 58 wickets to go with the runs. Never say no to an all-rounder. Congratulations to Hussein Talat and to the Bolts from California. Wonderful. Okay, then the final pick in this round is with Morrisville Unity. Last but not the least, this is round number 11. We still have 2 optional rounds to go after this. But first up, 2 minutes on the clock for Unity. Morrisville Unity. Signed Kami Leroux in the previous round, Category C. They've also got the services of Naveen Stewart to go with Jaskaran Malhotra and Mukhtar Ahmed. Less than 90 seconds now. Just a reminder, if you wish to participate in the optional rounds, you will have 2 minutes on the clock to select your Category A or B players. But that's for later. I have a feeling they've made their choice and they're just looking to select him on the system. Is that right, Mr. Patel?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, thanks. I was just seeing a very serious face in front of the screen. Was worried for a second. Or maybe the system's letting you down a little bit. But no, it isn't, because the timer has stopped. Okay, can we hear that from you?
Yep, it's Yogesh Nagar.
Yogesh Nagar is the player you're looking for. I'll wait for the technical committee to give you a green signal to not just get you the player you need, but also bring us to the end of all the mandatory picks at the end of round number 11. And there you go. A bit of applause for Yogesh Nagar, right-handed batter, right arm off-spinning all-rounder, shall we say. 55 T20 matches so far. It's the 21 wickets, I'm sure, that he'd look to add to, along with the 600-plus runs that he's got. What can he do in T10? We'll find out in Houston as he heads to the Morrisville camp to take that flight to Houston. Brilliant stuff. With that, we've come to the end of round number 11. We've still got 2 optional rounds to go, but for now, we'll take a short break, just a 2-minute break, and we'll reassemble once again to see if any of you are interested, I hope you are, for the optional rounds.
And I'm going to chat with Mr. Jay Huda, the owner of the Detroit Falcons.
Hello, how are you?
How are you? Congratulations, another new team in the US Masters T10. What made you be a part of this?
Well, T10 is something growing in the USA. The cricket is happening now, and we've been playing and doing teams around the world. So now it is our home, and we finally get to participate. It's like doing something in home is always special.
Are you happy with how things are going so far in the draft for you guys?
Yes, definitely.
And have you been on a long call with Oais? I know Oais, you're with us as well. Hello, and of course it's so fun to have you here with us.
Yes, we are. We have a time difference, so I've been calling him, waking him up in the morning, so it's going good.
Well, I'm sure he's happy about that because you guys have a solid lineup and it's going really well. So good luck to you guys and congratulations on being part of this season of the US Masters T10.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right then, all the teams are done, but here's a quick reminder. You might have completed all the mandatory picks so far, but we still have 2 more optional rounds where you can pick your players from Category A or Category B. Now, I'd like to hear from you guys. If you can unmute yourself. If there's more than one team that's interested in picking players in the optional round, then we'll refer to the pick order, where Morrisville Unity gets the first go in the next round, followed by the Players, Bolts, Warriors, Riders, and the Falcons. If there's only one team, then I'll just request you to use your dashboard. So can you just unmute yourself? Let's just start with Morrisville. Are you interested in picking another player, sir, in this round?
Yes, and
Okay, great. Can I hear that from the next team that will be, according to the pick order, that's Chicago Players?
Yes, we will.
You want to pick another player?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, California Bolts, can I hear your decision as well, please?
Yeah, we are picking one. Yeah.
Okay, and New York Warriors, you're good with picking another player?
No pick.
Paul, you're done?
We're done.
Okay, Atlanta Riders,
No,
you're not interested in picking another player?
no.
You got
we're
enough
not.
squad depth?
Yep.
New York Warriors not influencing your decision by any means? Okay, wonderful, fine. We'll move on to Detroit Falcons.
No, thank you.
That's why you were taking time to come back. Okay, no problem. Okay, so from what I hear, New York Warriors do not want to add to their squad any further. Atlanta Riders, the same. And the same for the Falcons. Happy with your squads? Yes? Can I just see a double thumbs up so I'm sure that those are the three teams that are now happy and satisfied with the squad that they've got? Right? Perfect. Okay. That means Morrisville Unity, Chicago Players, California Bolts. In that order, we will resume duties in round number 12. So just a quick reminder, these are category A or B players. There are 2 minutes that will be allotted to you to pick that player from the dashboard in front of you, from the system. I'd like to begin with Morrisville Unity. And your 2 minutes, Morrisville, for round number 12, the optional round for category A and B players begins now. Great, that's a quick decision.
it's Jonathan Carter.
Jonathan Carter, right? No stranger to cricket fans around the world, in particular to those in the Caribbean. This is the optional round for category A and B players. They waited to get all their mandatory picks in first, Morrisville Unity, and eventually they've got the services of Jonathan Carter. I'll just wait for the technical committee to confirm that for you, that he indeed is heading to the Unity side. There you go. Jonathan Carter will be playing in the US Masters T10 for the Morrisville franchise. Congratulations to both parties, and thank you for participating in this round as well. Can I just quickly ask you a question about the next round? Are you interested in going for another round after this?
Yes, yep.
Wonderful. Okay, so I will see you in round number 13. Lucky for some, as they say. But for now, back to round number 12. Chicago Players are up next, looking for another category A or B player in the next 2 minutes. Morrisville Unity have already picked up an optional player in Jonathan Carter. Chicago Players up next.
Okay,
You got a
ready.
decision?
So I'm gonna pick Al-Amin Hussain.
I'm hearing Al-Amin Hussain. Okay, I'll wait for the technical committee to make sure that he's drafted okay. Wait for him to pop up on the big screen. Al-Amin Hussain, the right-handed batter, the right-arm pacer is who you're looking for. Plenty of T20 experience. Her average isn't too bad at all. 150 wickets in 136 matches. You take that any day. Can you replicate that in T10? We'll find out. Well done on participating in round number 12. Chicago, same question to you as I asked the Morrisville franchise. Will you be interested in picking another player in the next round?
No, we're gonna skip it.
Okay, all right. You sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Just trying to be the right salesperson for the US T10. Okay, right. Congratulations to you then on finalizing your squad. I'll move on to California Bolts next. California Bulls looking for an optional player from category A or B in the next 2 minutes, please. Coach Pubudu Dasanaike has been busy all evening, as he was when T10 went to Zimafro for another season. All right, sir.
Yeah, Keswick Williams.
Keswick Williams, that rings a bell. Keswick Williams is the player you're looking for. Right-handed pacer, right-handed batting option perhaps as well. In T10, he's already played 6 matches, picked up a couple of wickets. Can he do a lot more than those numbers suggest is the big question. It will be answered in Houston as he gets ready to take a flight with the Bulls. Congratulations to California. And once again, as you make the signing of Keswick Williams, I'll ask you the same question I asked Chicago and Morrisville. Are you interested in signing another player in round 13?
Yes, we're going to go to the next
Wonderful.
round.
You're going to go the distance. I love the sound of that. Great. So since New York Warriors, Atlanta Riders, and Detroit Falcons will not be
Excuse me.
participating in this round. Sorry.
I'm sorry to disrupt here, but as a New York Warrior, we would like to go for the round 13.
Okay, fine. Oh, so you were just skipping round 12. I thought when I heard Coach Nixon, I thought he was done.
Yeah, it was mistake. My sorry.
No, that's fine. No problem at all. It's good. More participants, the better it is. I'll also request the Falcons to stay on the call. It's also good to keep an eye on the opposition and what they're up to in these optional rounds. So, brilliant. We've got Morrisville Unity who've signed Jonathan Carter. We've got Chicago Players who've signed their final player. They've announced it already. California Bulls will go again in the next round. But since New York Warriors were up next in this round, I'll give a go to New York Warriors. Just wait for it to pop up on the big screen. You have a chance to sign another category A or B player. Good to see Coach Nixon back. 2 minutes on the clock, New York Warriors. Off you go for your optional player, please. New York Warriors. Very good looking squad already. Come the second week of November. They'll be in Houston. Who have they got?
Yeah, we're done with Imran Tahir.
My apologies, I didn't hear that correctly. Sorry.
We are done with Imran Tahir.
Imran Tahir. That's the player you're looking for. I'd love to see him take a wicket and start running from Houston to wherever he wants to go to. And that's exactly the kind of quality that he can bring. We know what he does in T20 cricket. In T10, those numbers are not bad at all. 18 matches, 13 wickets. The man who just refuses to give up is now heading to New York as a Warrior. Wonderful stuff, and thank you for participating in this round. A quick question to you before I carry on to the next round. Are you interested in signing another player in round number 13? You want to have a think about it?
Yeah, we're finished. Thank you. We're finished. Thank you.
Definitely done this time?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, wonderful. What a way to end proceedings as well with Imran Tahir's addition to the squad. Great stuff. Atlanta Riders and Detroit Falcons, I assume you're not going to go ahead with this round and you're done with your squads once again, just a confirmation?
I'm from Atlanta Riders. Yeah, we are done.
Atlanta is
Thank you.
definitely done. Detroit, the same decision for you. New York's sudden move has not disturbed your plans?
No.
Okay, wonderful. Great stuff. Okay, but I'll still ask you to stick around for the end of the official rounds of this draft, just so that everybody can see the whole squad and you're happy with it. For now, I will move on to round number 13. And this is another optional round. Now, Detroit Falcons were supposed to go first. They will not because they're done with their squad. Atlanta Riders have very coherently communicated that message as well, that they do not want to add more resources to the existing ones, which means California Bulls have another opportunity. California Bulls, you were interested in going for round number 13, and here's your chance in the next 2 minutes to add to your ranks. The Bulls have already added Keswick Williams in the previous optional round. Who have they got now?
Yeah, we got Damika Prasad.
Tamika Prasad, very familiar name, right-handed batter, right-arm pacer, 19 wickets in 21 T20s so far, but with coach Dasanaike guiding him, I'm sure the Sri Lankan will have plenty of returns to give in T10 cricket as the US Masters comes calling. Wonderful stuff, and congratulations on completing your roster with the Sri Lankan. We'll move on now from the New York Warriors and Chicago players. Chicago players, I'll just once again like a confirmation, you are done for the day?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. You've got your roster in place. Then last but not the least, the final pick of the optional round and also the players draft ahead of US Masters T10 season number 2. 2 minutes, Morrisville Unity for you. We've had just one more addition in this round in the form of Dhamika Prasad for California Bolts. No picks by Falcons or Riders or the Warriors or the players. This is it. This is what it all boils down to. An evening that started with the signing of Pawan Negi as the first Category A player by Chicago players. Morrisville Unity didn't have to pick their Category A players. They'd already pre-signed them in the form of Obus Pienaar and Saurabh Tiwari. They got busy in Category B. Now they're looking to end proceedings in this players' draft. Everybody else waiting with bated breath as Morrisville make up their mind about their final player in their roster. Less than 70 seconds to go. And that's it. Just like that, Rajat Bhatia has been drafted by Morrisville Unity. An evening that started with Pawan Negi will end with another Indian player in Rajat Bhatia, who's now going to be plying his trade in the US Masters T10 League with the Morrisville side. So once again, congratulations to all the parties. Like I said, an evening that started with Pawan Negi has now come to an end. With this, I would like to ask everyone to just put their hands together for a round of applause for all the teams who participated so eagerly and so keenly in the US Masters T10 Players Draft for Season 2. It's never an easy task to pick your squads, I know, when you have so many legendary players available to you. For the final time tonight, let's just quickly take you through the squad rosters that we've got after all your thinking caps were put on together. And I'd like to begin with the Atlanta Riders, who already had in their ranks Nurul Hassan Sohan as their icon player, Ravi Bopara as their platinum player, Shoaib Malik as their global superstar. They've added Ricardo Powell, Kevin Cooper, Kamrul Islam Rabi, Arafat Sani. They've got Benny Howell, Elias Sani, Hamilton Masakadza, Rajdeep Darbar, Amila Aponzo so far. And that's Atlanta Riders for you. They did not participate in the optional round, so that's them. California Bolts up next. California Bolts already had the services of their icon player, Jimmy Neesham, their global superstar, Colin de Grandhomme, pre-signed along with Liam Plunkett, their platinum player. They've added Munaf Patel, Martin Guptill, Manpreet Goni, and Samiullah Shinwari amongst B category players. In C category, they've got John Ross Jagisar, Devendra Bishu Spin, Chris Benjamin, and Mayank Telan, as well as Hussein Talat. And in the optional category, they've added 2 more players, so they participated actively with the signing of Kesrick Williams and Dhamika Prasad to finish proceedings. That's the Bolts for you. Up next, the Chicago players, who already had Parthiv Patel and Suresh Raina as their icon and global superstar, respectively. They also had the services of Isuru Udana pre-signed as their platinum player. They started the evening off and kick-started proceedings with the signing of Pawan Negi tonight. Kevin O'Brien was the other Category A player they signed. Ishwar Pandey, Jesse Ryder, and William Perkins perking up their Category B. And then Shubham Ranjane, Jessel Karia, Abhimanyu Mithun, and Shapur Zadran were added to their Category C ranks. And they participated in the optional round number 12, where they got Al Amin Hussain. Congratulations to Chicago. We move on to the Falcons of Detroit. They had their icon player, their global superstar, and their platinum players in place in the form of Thisara Pereira, Aaron Finch, and Abdul Razak. They've also added Dinesh Ramdeen and Mashrafi Mortaza in their A category. In Sekuga Prasanna and Chaturanga De Silva, they've got B category players. Ariful Haq, Lewis McManus, Imran Khan, Syed Russell, and Inamul Haq Jr. complete their Category C. They did not participate in the optional rounds, but that's okay. They've got who they need. Congratulations to the Falcons. Right, let's have a look at the Morrisville Unity squad. They already had Harbhajan Singh as their icon player, pre-signed, as they did with their global superstar in Ashley Nurse. and their platinum player in Chadwick Walton. Now they've got Ruman Rais, Anwar Ali, Upul Tharanga, Chandrapal Hemraj, Mukhtar Ahmed, Jaskaran Malhotra, Naveen Stewart, Kamil Leroux, Yogesh Nagar, and in the optional categories, they went in for the services of Jonathan Carter and close proceedings with the signing of Rajat Bhatia. And last but not the least, once again, New York Warriors, the side from the Empire State, who started off with the pre-signings of Misbah-ul Haq and Sean Marsh and Dwayne Bravo as their icon, platinum, and global superstar players. They also had Kamran Akmal amongst the A category players. But they added the player of the tournament from last time, Mohammad Hafiz. They've also got Richard Gleason now. They've got Ben Dunk. They've got Sohail Tanveer, the hero of the last edition's final. Hassan Khan, Manoj Tiwari, Unmukh Chand, Chris Wood, Sean Dixon, and an optional player who they chose in the form of the wily old leg spinner in Imran Tahir. How about that for a squad? So that's a massive congratulations to all the 6 teams as you get ready for making your plans to go to Houston. The teams have been selected and drafted, and now all that is left is to watch these teams compete in the tournament, which will be held from the 8th to the 17th of November in Houston. I'm Anant Tyagi, and it's a good night from the main draft room.